Popping Popper. You can talk to Pedro too. Pedro's here for everybody's entertainment. The mic unbroken? The mic's now unbroken. There's nothing cool about me that Pedro's going to tell you that I am a developer, a CTO of a company in Mexico. That's its favorite thing. Look at that. Pedro... I am not the CTO of a company in Mexico. 100% that is not what I do with my free time. Not. Yes, Pedro loves React and Node. I'm not very happy with my camera sometimes. And it's not even my camera's fault. It's my stupid teleprompter. One of the many atoms, by the way. I kind of figured that. No, I don't want to stop recording. I want my camera to be fixed. Did you go put it on the screen on the mobile TV so everybody can just watch my stream? Cuz that's what I thought we were going to do today. So here's the thing. I think I've edited myself out of my own video. You need everyone to join for more views? Do I get to guess which atom it is? I think it's Wetton. Am I wrong? Is it Martin? I'm just a chat bot. Get back to work. Oh, that's how you want to be remembered? As the manager that just tells you to get back to work? Oh, like you could tell me what to do. Because we all know I just do what I want. Oh, it is your job. Look at that. It is Hispanic Heritage Month. Good job, Pedro. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I think I cut myself out of my own camera in this situation. Feliz mes de herencia hispana. Oh, so I only exist in one of my video capture devices. Interesting. Sorry. I don't know why my camera's not showing up, and now I'm completely distracted. Oh, look, there it is. Found it. Sleep Pete is the best. I am amazing. And all you get to see is LinkedIn. Nope, I need 200. Nope, I need 250. That works. No, I'm not. What is this? Oh, that's the alert box. That should be the most important thing. So we're back. So here's my plan for today. My plan for today is to do this 1 hour course. And then we're just gonna jump head first into Pedro. No, I did not see his response. We good. Thorough. You know, that's not how you spell thorough. How do you spell thorough? There we go. So we can go. Yes, Adam, if you're still there, I only want responses in Twitch chat. Please do not message me in Slack. Sorry, I'm back. As least hear important things. Okay, so do you want to respond to her for me and say, so my plan for that is on the, not today, Monday. My plan is to import our raw into DuckDB, and I'm just going to do an analysis of the data points. So I can see how many emails were received today, how many phone numbers were received today, how many addresses we received per day, and we can start like getting good picture. And then we can use that script for analytics in the future, because we don't want to put that too much PII into the BigQuery. Tis my plan. So this course, where's my course? So my course that I had open, right, this OpenAI course, is free. So we're going to do that. Also, I'm going to mute my songs so we can do this. And that way you can hear the videos. Always AI. That's all we do. Something like that. Oh, I had an account. I made one. Want to know why I made a deep learning AI? So I could like... What am I? I'm something like that. So my friend Joe Reese, he made a course on here, and I was supposed to test it and be like an alpha tester. And then it wasn't ready. And then I didn't test it. So I had all of the best intentions and didn't do it. Let me know if you can't hear anything. Also, if you have any questions, we should just pose them to Pedro and see if Pedro can figure out how to build. Ooh. Should we just... I'll just ask Pedro. Pedro, how do I build a RAG system in Go. Okay, let's go through this. There's another one using Chroma. I chose this one because I hoped it was a little bit more Python. You know. I'm a millennial. I can't understand noise without subtitles.
Effective evaluation framework to help you efficiently iterate and improve your RAG system, both during initial development and during post-deployment maintenance. This course covers two advanced retrieval methods, sentence window retrieval and auto-merging retrieval, that deliver a significantly better context to the LM than simpler methods. It also covers
I want
how
the
to
sentence
evaluate
retrieval one.
your LM question answering system with 3 evaluation metrics: context relevance, groundedness, and answer relevance. I'm excited to introduce Jerry Liu, co-founder and CEO of Llama Index, and Anupam Datta, co-founder and chief scientist of TrueEra. For a long time, I've enjoyed following Jerry and Llama Index on social media and getting tips on evolving RAG practices, so I'm looking forward to him teaching this body of knowledge more systematically here. And Anupam has been a professor at CMU and has done research for over a decade on trustworthy AI and how to monitor, evaluate, and optimize AI app effectiveness.
Thanks, Andrew. It's great to be here.
Great to be with you, Andrew.
Sentence window retrieval gives an LLM better context by retrieving not just the most relevant sentence, but the window of sentences that occur before and after it in the document.
Hey, Beef YT. Do you work with me too? Because yes, I'm giving away free tickets. Only I have 4 tickets to sign, and nobody has signed up. I have fewer sign-ups than I have tickets to give away right now. So I figured out I'm smart. As soon as you called him out, I knew exactly who he was. Then you get some stickers. You already have one of the shirts, though. And a Substack premium. Anyway, because I know you want, if you want to come, I'm giving away free tickets. I already bought them.
Auto-merging retrieval organizes the document into a tree-like structure where each parent node's text is divided among its child nodes.
The link is dead? This link doesn't work? Oh, you want to know why the link doesn't work? Because it says Mark, because Nightbot is stupid. The link works fine. It's just that the Nightbot is stupid. There you go. There you go, there's a link. I have an echo? Oh, stupid. Why do you sound so echo? Yeah, you want to know why I had an echo? Because of the sound capture. Because it's stupid. So my wavelength is broken. So now I shouldn't have an echo, and you should be able to hear the video too.
When enough child nodes are identified as relevant to a user's question, then the entire text of the parent node is provided as context for the LLM. I know this sounds like a lot of steps, but don't worry, we'll go over it in detail on code later. But the main takeaway is that this provides a way to dynamically retrieve more coherent chunks of text.
Thanks, Jay Holloway, Jay.
To evaluate RAG-based LLM apps, the RAG triad,
DRL Davis, are you building an app to talk to me?
Steps of
while I'm editing my app that talks
is
to you?
quite effective. For example, we'll cover in detail how to compute context relevance, which measures how relevant the retrieved chunks of text are to the user's question. This helps you identify and debug possible issues with how your system is retrieving context for the LLM in the QA system. But that's only part of the overall QA system. We'll also cover additional evaluation metrics such as groundedness and answer relevance that let you systematically analyze what parts of your system are or are not yet working well, so that you can go in a targeted way to improve whatever part needs the most work. If you're familiar with the concept of error analysis in machine learning, this has similarities. And I've found that taking this sort of systematic
Some might
approach
call her a rising
helps you
star.
be
I don't
much
think
more
Twitch knows
efficient
about my
in
Rising
building
Star award.
a reliable QA
That's
system.
not something I necessarily
The
published
goal
on
of this
Twitch.
course is to help you build production-ready, RAG-based LLM apps. An important part of getting production
you
ready
just
is to
be
iterate
done with
in a
your
systematic
stupid
way on
intro?
the system. In the later half of this course, you
Superstar. That is an SNL reference.
In this lesson, you'll get a full overview of how to set up both
Or
the
the
basic and
movie
advanced RAG
Superstar.
pipeline with Llama Index. We'll load in an evaluation benchmark and use TrueLens to define a set of metrics so that we can benchmark advanced RAG techniques against the baseline or basic pipeline. In the next few lessons, we'll explore each lesson a little bit more in depth. Let's first walk through how a basic retrieval augmented generation pipeline works, or RAG pipeline. It consists of three different components: ingestion, retrieval, and synthesis.
Thank you,
Going through the
Beefy.
ingestion phase, we first load in a set of
BFT.
documents. For each document, we split it into a set of text chunks using a text splitter. Then for each chunk, we generate an embedding for that chunk using an embedding model. And then
Okay,
for each
this
chunk with
ingestion part
embedding,
I have
we
built. I
offload it
only
to an
care about the
index, which is a
retrieval
view of a
part.
storage system such as a vector database.
Do you like my
Once
Pedro
the data is stored within an
dance,
index,
BPT?
we then perform retrieval
That was
against
Pedro
that
the
index.
robot. Pedro the
First, we launch a user query against the index,
PedroGPT, and it dances.
and then we
Pedro
fetch the
dances every
top
time
k
somebody
with similar
subscribes.
chunks to the user query. Afterwards, we take these relevant chunks, combine it with the user query, and put it into the prompt window of the LLM in the synthesis phase.
Perfect.
And this allows us to generate a final response.
Pedro's the best.
This notebook will
We also
walk you
have
through
Pedro
how to set up a
emotes,
basic
but
and
I think
advanced
you
RAG
have to
pipeline
follow
with
or
Llama
subscribe
Index.
or something for
We will
most of
also
the
use
Pedro
Truro
emotes.
to help set up an evaluation benchmark so that we can measure improvements against
I don't
the
know.
baseline.
I don't know how emotes work anymore.
For this quick start, you will need an OpenAI API key. Note that for this lesson, we'll use a set of helper functions to get you set up and running quickly, and we'll do a deep dive into some of these sections in the future lessons.
I don't actually need my OpenAPI
Next,
key
we'll create a
because I
simple
have
LLM
Pedro.
application using Llama Index, which internally uses an OpenAI LLM. In terms of the data source, we'll use the How to Build a Career in AI PDF written by Andrew Wright. Note that you can also upload your own PDF file if
So
you wish.
I'm just going to
And
pause
for this lesson, we encourage you to do so.
because I have a question. So if you go to the OpenAI API, if you go over here for blah, blah, blah. Oh, they had a chat reference. We're not doing that. I am creating an embedding. This is not creates embeddings. I don't care about that. Fine tuning, managing, tailoring a model to your specific training data. So the question is, should we be fine tuning? Or should we, oh, no, I think we still want RAG. So it's not necessarily a fine tuning. Chat. No, we're using chat. So when I use chat, oh, it's not chat completion. I'm not doing that. Sorry. I think I am a little bit, not LangChain. LangChain Go. So in LangChain Go, if I go over here, not the docs, not the chains, not the embeddings, LLMs. and OpenAI and OpenAI LLM. Here. So, I am using system and user currently, and those are the two things that I use. I'm wondering if I could build something. I don't understand what the role function and the role tool do. Oh, you think that those emotes are names, Pedro? Hey, Dallin, you can just ask Pedro how to fix race conditions in Go. Do you have a race condition? Yeah, I just don't know what a function. So what's generic? I don't understand. That's what I want to figure out. How do I go? That is the question. Does it tell you what a vector store is? A vector store is used to store files used by the file search tool. Ooh. You want to know how to go with the flow? Pedro says the only way to go with the flow is to CD and change terminal directories. So flowing is changing a terminal directory. That's great. Yeah, where does it tell me what roles mean? That's what I want to know. I want to know what OpenAI, what does a role mean? Tell me that. I got that. Thank you. Oh gosh. Well, I don't want to get your freaking thread. Should we ask ChatGPT? Community, community, community. Articles, community. So I could send it chat and it would basically. Oh, I thought about doing that, but we're not there yet. But what's the tool? I don't care about that. I want to know what tool is. Okay, maybe this is what I want. Roles has a possible. No, it doesn't. It has a tool. Sorry. What's metadata? What's metadata? Function call behavior. Oh, used by tool choice. Tool choice, a list of tools to use. Gotcha. We're not using those yet. I see. That's for the RL stuff. That's the RL stuff. No, but I should be able to. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the course. But in my head, in my head, I should be able to give it a question, give it a slice of vectors that, like, the model encoded, and then get a response. That's what I want to do. Like, that's... Like, what is generation info? Oh, I can add image URL content? Ooh, that's cool. I don't know what binary content is. Okay, sorry. Let's go back. So, in this course, they're saying, hey, we created a vector store, which I already have. Index as query engine. What steps are taken for finding... Oh! I see, they're using llama index for that. Llama index LLMs OpenAI. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. But if they're using OpenAI, that means that the OpenAI API has a way for doing that, right? Right. Ooh, Dallin, are you still here? You use a debugger. So does Bell. What is your... You guys use a debugger. What is your favorite debugger? Mine is Pedro. I refuse to use a debugger. Anybody else? Console log. Good job, Beefy. But if you don't type the word Pedro, Pedro doesn't know you're talking to Pedro because Pedro's stupid. But if you're doing front end, it should be console log. Okay, so
Let's do some basic sanity checking of what the document consists of, as well as the length of the document.
yeah, thank you.
We see that we have a list of documents. There's 41 elements in there. Each item in that list is a document object. And we'll also show a snippet of the text for a given document. Next, we'll merge these into a single document because it helps with overall text blending accuracy when using more advanced retrieval methods, such as a sentence window retrieval, as well as auto-merging retrieval. The next step here is to index these documents, and we can do this with the vector store index within llama index.
Poor debugging habits. There are temporary fix. Debuggers help you identify issues faster and more accurately. Pedro, you don't like... Oh, Pedro doesn't like console log either, Tyler.
Is GPT 3.5 Turbo
BPT.
from OpenAI. And then the embedding model that we're going to use is the Hugging Face BGE small model.
Well, Pedro just says
these few steps show
they're great for debugging.
Right here. We've loaded in documents.
They're the debugging best friend a dev could have. But print statements are bad. So console log is good and print statements are bad.
Under the hood with the embedding model that you specified. Next, we obtain a query engine from this index that allows us to
That's right here. He's on this step.
That do retrieval and synthesis against this data.
This one. Which I didn't run any of it.
Let's try out our first request. And the query is, what are steps to take when finding projects to build your experience?
So I'm going to pause this. So I think what I'm getting at here is that I just need to understand a little bit better how this thing is built. And decide if I need to change. Look! JSON schema? Never heard of that. We're not just talking about it at work yesterday. Not one little bit were we talking about that at work yesterday. Completions chat. OpenAI client. Token. Embedding model. I think we're using the same model. I'm not providing either of those because you don't get a choice. But it probably wants to know that they're the same thing. Create embeddings. We are creating embeddings, and we're doing that. Create chat. Build URL. Yeah, but this is just create embedding. I already have creating and embedding working. I want to add an embedding to chat, right? And so this is all the stuff it looks like I can. So if I were to do this, pop this one next to that one. So we're now at the chat endpoint. This is, I'm pretty sure what we're using. We have messages, model, store. Whether or not to store the output of chat completion requests for use in our model distillation or eval products. I do that, but it doesn't look like they have an option here. Okay, so we do that. Metadata developer identified tags and values for filtering completions in the dashboard. I don't do that. I filter it ahead of time because I'm so smart. Logit bias. Modify the likelihood of specific tokens appearing in a completion. Presence penalty. How many chat completion choices are generated? Seed, service tier, stream, options, temperature. I don't understand the tools. But that's like saying, hey, do something else. Oh, we could get him a batch processing. That's funny. It's not what I want. So maybe I'm okay. So clearly I have invalid assumptions. So now, but this is doing it. What? How this index vector store index from service context. What service context? Service context equal. Oh, so this is still inside LLM. So in the llama index OpenAI option LLM, they add a vector store index. Is that what I need to do? So how's so are they saying I do need to do fine tuning? I think I was just okay. I'm gonna keep going.
Start small and gradually increase the scope and complexity of your projects. Great, so it's working.
That's
So now you've
this
set
line.
up the basic RAG pipeline. The next step is to set up some evaluations against this pipeline to understand how well it performs, and this will also provide the
I don't
basis
have
for
any
defining our advanced
evaluation
retrieval
steps
methods,
because we
the
only
sentence
believe in
window
testing
retriever,
in
as well as the
production.
auto-merging retriever. In this section, we use TrueLens to initialize feedback functions. We initialize a helper function,
Does anybody else test
to
in
return a
production?
list of feedback functions to evaluate our app. Here, we've created a RAG evaluation triad. which consists of pairwise comparisons between the query, response, and context. And so this really creates 3 different evaluation modules: answer relevance, context relevance, and groundedness. Answer relevance is the response relevant to the query. Context relevance is the retrieved context relevant to the query. And groundedness is the response supported by a context.
Has an org and a project ID.
We'll walk through how to set this up yourself in the next few notebooks.
Model messages.
The first thing we need to do is to create a set of questions on which to test our application. Here, we've pre-written the first 10, and we encourage you to add to the list.
Sorry, back to the thing. They've made some questions for evaluation. Where are we?
And now we have some evaluation questions. What are the keys to building a career in AI? How can teamwork contribute to success in AI? Etc. The first thing we need to do is to create a set of questions on which to test our application. Here, we've pre-written the first 10, but we encourage you to also add to this list. Here, we specify a fun new question: what is the right AI job for me? And we add it to the eval questions list. Now we can initialize the TrueLens modules to begin our evaluation process. We've initialized the TrueLens module, and now we've reset the database.
What's the best programming language to learn for beginners? Did it talk about JavaScript again?
Modules. LLMs are growing as a standard mechanism for evaluating
Go.
generative AI applications at scale. Rather than relying on expensive human evaluation or set benchmarks, LLMs allow us to evaluate our applications in a way that is custom to the domain in which we operate and dynamic to the changing demands for our application. Here, we've pre-built a TrueLens recorder to use for this example. In the recorder, we've included the standard triad of evaluations for evaluating RAGs: groundedness, context relevance, and answer relevance.
TypeScript.
We'll also specify an ID so that we can track this version of our app.
Isn't
As we
TypeScript
experiment,
harder to
we
learn
can
than
track new
JavaScript,
versions
though?
by simply changing the app ID. Now we can run the query engine again with the TrueLens context. So what's happening here is that we're sending each query to our query engine, and in the background, the TrueLens recorder is evaluating each of our queries.
Hey, you gonna learn
against
D3
these
then
three
and just
metrics.
get good?
If you see some warning messages, don't worry about it. Some of it is system dependent.
Refresh your browser window.
Here we can see a list
that
of
a real
queries
book?
as well as their associated responses.
Oh, I think. So Mariah has this thing
You can
turned
see the
on where
input,
she basically
output,
trims out
record
all
ID,
forward
tags,
slashes.
and more. You can also see the
So that nobody can run commands, and it basically annihilates all possible links.
You can see your evaluation metrics like context relevance, answer relevance, and groundedness, as well as average latency, total cost, and more in a UI. Here we see that the answer relevance and groundedness are decently high, and the context relevance is pretty low. Now,
Carry on! Wow, you raid! Thanks for the raid! What did you do today?
What
did you do today, Kara? Today we're trying to figure out
single sentences, so more granular chunks. But after retrieval, the sentences are replaced with a larger window of sentences.
SQL fluff? Is that a linter for
the
SQL?
intuition is that this allows for the LLM to have more context for the information retrieved.
Saya Films, how you doing? We're doing good. We're hanging out here.
On more granular
Ooh, we love SQLinting.
So ideally improving both retrieval as well as synthesis performance.
I'm trying to figure out RAG.
Now let's take a look at how to set it up.
We have an ad break in a minute and 12
First,
seconds.
We'll
I think I'm going
GPT
to
3.5 Turbo.
Yeah.
Next, we'll construct our sentence window index over the given document.
I'm just a little confused. Like, this is a great course. I really like this course.
And we'll do
so far. I just don't know how to add it to my Go stuff.
The next few lessons.
So
Similar to
basically,
before, we'll get a query engine from the sentence window index. And now that we've set this up,
does SQL Fluff sound like a Pokemon? Well, Jump Fluff sounds like a Pokemon. SQL Fluff? If you said SQL Fluff, I think it sounds more like a Pokemon than SQL Fluff. I don't know. Jump Fluff. What's another one that besides that? Alcremie. What's the other one that's fluffy? I mean, there's a lot of fluffy ones, but I'm like thinking the cotton candy one. Specifically the cotton candy Pokemon. That's the one that I'm thinking of, whose name I don't know.
We can try running an example query.
Garbodor might also be fluffy, but that's garbage Pokemon.
Here the question is,
And nobody actually knew how much I love Pokemon. So there you go, secret's out. Pokemon addict over here. Not quite a Pokemon master because I don't play competitively, but I do play casually. You're calling it Squeal Fluff? Squeal Fluff is a Pokemon for sure. Squeal Fluff's a Pokemon.
how do I get started on a personal project in AI?
How do you generate
And we get back a
images with
response.
ChatGPT?
Get started on a personal project in
Oh,
AI.
I probably have
It
to
is
pay
first
for
important
it.
to identify and scope the project.
I'm distracted.
Great.
So I always use Adobe for
Similarly to
image
before.
generation because I pay for Adobe. And I don't pay for ChatGPT. Yes, will you let me create? Will you just let me type here? Create a Pokemon named Squeal Fluff that is a mascot for a... The image generation is not better, I just pay for it. So any AI images you see, I pay for I pay for Adobe, so I use Firefly. That's it. It's not like it's better image generation. For a programming, well, a software library that encourages clean and linted database code for databases called This is apparently what a Squeal Fluff looks like according to them. That's not cute enough. Let's do this part. Get rid of the mascot. Let's just do Squeal Fluff. I do like some of the tunings, like I can import things. Squeal Fluff is not a... No! It should look like it is made out of... Look like a cross, like a cartoon mouse or chipmunk or capybara that is made out of cotton. The coloring should be pastel. No! Will you stop doing that? No. Well, that's why, because it wants photo. No, it should be art, not a photo. We want the styling to not look like any of that. We want it to be doodle drawings. Color and tone. Pastel. I already said pastel. Yeah. Okay. Go. Why does it always... This is not what Pokemon look like. Create a Pikachu. What if I said Pikachu instead of Pokemon? Same thing. Pile of hot garbage. Sorry, carry on. Couldn't do it. I couldn't get a Pokemon. That looks cool. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's my thing. I have a friend who's an illustrator and he made Pedro, so this is where I'm confused. Speaking of Pedro, C Films, thanks for following. Glad to have you here. This is where I'm confused. So we have all this stuff makes sense. It's the index that I don't quite get. Okay, chat. What is your favorite programming language for a beginner to learn? This is Pedro's favorite question. Python, JavaScript, or C++? We all know the answers Go, but that's not what Pedro thinks. So tell Pedro he's an idiot. Or keep going. So what I'm trying to figure out what this index thing is in the Open API. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is index? Okay. The embedding object. Okay, so I need to read this because I think this will give me some insight into what I'm missing. So I'm sorry, chat. I am not explaining RAG very well to you at all. It's TypeScript, of course. Okay, thanks for lurking. Uh-oh. I don't want to look at Slack. Can I look at all that stuff on Monday? Create a fine-tuning job. Returns epochs validation file. Actually, what does fine-tuning do? That's a good answer, C Films. That's a good answer. Python, because you don't have to care about CSS. And you don't have to compile for 5 hours. So I don't think Llama C++ is going to let me training format for chat models. Okay. The per line training example of a fine-tuning input file for chat models. This is dead on, I think. Let's walk through this. I don't want to take the course because I don't care about the why. I only care about the how. And I don't have time to care about the why because my conference is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, did my camera freeze? Oh, yeah. So basically what happens is anytime Google decides anytime Apple decides that it needs to change the channel, add, because Apple has those things that it adds the camera, and I don't know if I can turn it off or if I even want to. And so it added like balloons or something, and yeah. So here they have tools, which is a function, get current weather from type object, description, string format, Celsius. What is the weather in San Francisco? Role assistant, tools, get current weather, San Francisco, format, Celsius. That seems No, but I thought we were talking about fine-tuning with... So I need to enable parallel tool calls. Essentially, okay. So let's try this out, because building and breaking is way better than reading docs. So my understanding... There are 6 people lurking in my channel? Good job, lurkers. 6 people are hiding outside my window. Sorry you found my house. So here's my thought. Is... Well... Maybe there's a couple things to do it. What are embeddings? How to get embeddings? Use cases. Obtaining embedding. Datasets contain... Get embedding. Create embedding. Output CSV. Load data into save file. Reduce embedding dimension. Text search using embedding. Or code search. No! This is what I want. Yes! Recommendations using embeddings. Why do we need courses when all we need is good documentation, am I right? Oh gosh, it's already 11 o'clock. How long does it take to get to that go-karting place? So go-kart, something or another. How do I get there from my house? Okay. Okay, it takes about 40 minutes. What's the most clear coding language? What do you mean by clear? Like easy to understand? I think Python still wins at that, even though I prefer Go. Oh, because it helps you see. See, Pedro, that's a better dad joke than your stupid arrays one. We need music again. This is the only music I have, right? Actually, I could. I don't know if I could do different music. No, you go back. I don't want to do that. I just. How do you? There's a skip. I just like music. It's not R. It's something else. So, model embeddings from string, query embedding, distances from embeddings, indices of nearest neighbor from distances, return nearest neighbors. Oh, have you ever used Docker Compose? Harold, I'm streaming. Are you watching? Yeah, it's morning. Well, I'm going go-karting in the afternoon, Harold. Have you ever tried using Docker Compose to simplify containerized applications? Go-karting in Sandy for my team party because we did something. You don't think that I am a go-karter? Oh. So, no? With friends? I don't have any friends. So, does this mean that I just need to... So, this is how I think it's to work. It's either R because they... Okay, so, Harold, I got a dad joke for you. It's straight from Twitch chat. What coding language would a pirate use? No. It's either R or C because they live on the sea. Twitch chat did it. Harold, you can go tell them on Twitch chat. Oh, I didn't send a link because you should already follow me and know. I don't need vector math. Vertex AI Palm example embedding. Hugging Face. Gina. OpenAI test. New embedder test OpenAI. Embed documents. Assert embedding links. So this is then you're a pretty happy. C Films just said that they're a pretty happy person when they use PHP because pretty happy person is PHP. That's funny. I'm laughing. Well, why aren't you in Twitch chat? Then you could talk to Pedro in Spanish. Yeah, because Pedro told me what it meant to, for a servidor to rodar. So you know what a port is? Yeah, un puerto. And it said, and so it generated some code document, code comment for me that said, puerto que el servidor irá a rodar. That's the port that a server will be listening on in English. That's what that means. That's because you don't write software. So I think what I need to do is I need to... I don't know how to take embeddings and add them to my query. Like, I don't understand this. It's just like here, it made it sound. I was reading this thing, and it made it like we were looking at recommendations using embeddings. And it said something about like you can get indices that give you the best matches, but I don't think there's a way to do that in Go, and so I'm crying a little bit. And I was like, well, what would it take to build it? And if I want to build it myself, that means I have to know how it works. Oh, you're watching me on Twitch now? Does that mean we... Oh, you want to talk into the microphone now? I bet you can hear yourself if you talk into the microphone. This is my brother-in-law, Harold. He's a genius at money.
Not. Hello.
Oh, I think maybe I don't have the right speaker.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Oh no, yeah, now I could hear myself.
Oh, you can see? Now, does anybody in chat want to talk to Harold and tell him why he should learn how to write software?
Yes, tell me what where I should start.
Pedro said you should start with JavaScript.
Is that something you would recommend?
No, I always recommend Go, but for you, you should probably learn Python or SQL because you do analytics. Say Films, were you talking about Napoleon, like the French military leader, or like something else codenamed Napoleon? I'm confused. Was that Mia?
Yeah. If I start, can I start learning Go?
Yeah, you can start learning Go.
But where? Where should I go?
Napoleon Dynamite? uh, did you see that message in chat?
No, it doesn't let me.
Let you watch chat, read chat? Well, then you should follow me. Or you're probably just not logged in. It says, Pedro, do you know Napoleon Dynamite?
Does he?
LOL's vote for Pedro, of course. I know Napoleon Dynamite. That's great. Well, I gotta go. I have like half an hour before I need to go get ready to go to my thing.
With your friends?
I don't have any friends. I have work colleagues that are they all tuned into my stream, so they're getting much closer to being my friends.
Awesome. I'm your friend. Everybody, I'm Mariah's best friend.
Harold is my best friend. He just said so.
11 years, everybody.
He's only been married to my sister for 7.
But we were friends before that.
So, okay. Bye, Harold.
Bye. Love you.
Great. I'm confused. I guess what I'm missing. Restart. Is how this library here. Where'd it go? Yeah. What IDE? I don't know. I use Vim. Not today, because today I'm too busy trying to. Do this. Like, I know people have gotten this working. It's just like I get frustrated when things don't click immediately. Yeah, I do not understand how this part from documents. Oh, so basically they're creating a document here. And they're saying that the index store is the document. So every time they create a set of documents, right? That's the part that I'm missing. And then True Lens is abstracts it even more. I'm still love my index. So I don't clearly LangChain Go doesn't quite do what I want, but OpenAPI does, which means that Llama C++ should. What is this index of source string int? How do we know what the index of the source string is? Like, to be fair, zero shot classification. Hey Raken, how you doing? We're just here. Mariah is freaking out a little bit because I don't understand what I'm reading. Oh, I did want to do this at some point. So, what I want to do So I want to essentially, I want to have some kind of a metadata table. That's what like. Let's just start with what I want to build, and then you help me through it. YouTube University. Oh, how do you like Zed Rake? And I tried Zed and stuck with Neovim because I didn't have enough plugins. YouTube University sounds better, but I'm biased because I live in the United States and we don't use the term college appropriately. A specific performance feature? This package contains helpers for creating vector embeddings from text using different providers. From LLM or chat clients. Maybe callbacks? Cool Student Society. I don't understand what that is. Oh. Oh, CSS. I get it. Yeah, I just couldn't. I can't do anything without my Go plugin. That's kind of where I got stuck. What is this schema AI chat message thing? Am I missing something? Does Mariah like gophers? Like the Golang gophers? All the time. Um. Oh. This is what I want. I want to get relevant documents. Which means we have to have a vector store set up. How do we set up a vector store? Weaviate PG vector. Oh, I think I didn't do any of this. Swap code! How are you doing? Okay, so clearly I need to go set up the... I set everything up wrong. Oh gosh. And I think what I want the vector store to be set up as is I don't want the Twitch stuff, the Twitch chat stuff, I'm gonna leave doing it the way I have it going. And I need to set up a vector store to do something different. How come I... I didn't hear any music because I muted it. So... Sorry, I didn't mean to have it. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry. This link chain thing. And see it has a link chain go and it's set up. We're gonna add
everybody has to pay. But I'm hoping that my past was my last. I don't need to justify.
This is specifically for
myself, but I must try and clarify. If I wanted to be there, I could. If I wanted to still care, I would. But that is old news. I'm attention, but not when it's aimed in the wrong direction. Giving me the evil eye, like I'm trying it. He's no longer my guy. If I wanted to be there, I could. If I wanted to still care, I would. But that is old news. I'm not entertaining. That's it. That is old news. I'm not entertaining that, baby. I don't need no ghosts from my past trying to play me, trying to play me. You left me willingly. I don't hear, I don't see. I don't feel your ghost around me. I don't hear, I don't see. No, I don't feel your ghost around me. Around me, 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 around me,
I know. Because this is just an error.
see, I don't need no
dogs.
ghosts. No, no, no.
Like, so basically, we're gonna build something and we're gonna watch it in
I don't need no ghosts.
have an add document and a search similarity for that. But I think we need to just do the PG vector one. Okay, so this is a PG vector. They have a store.init.
I don't need no ghosts.
And they have like all the like. Oh, they're using Google's UID. That's the right one. PG vector store example. Okay. 'Cause this is not what I. I don't need any of that. This is so everything I have up to there is fine. So I need a new and better and this. Problem here is this is a new connection. I already have a connection. Oh, I remember I looked at this, and you want to know why I chose not to do it? Because I didn't want to have two database connections. Okay. You don't want to have two connections open at the same time because that invites talking and I should be involved in the discussion, and I don't want to be because it is Twitch time. I don't want to have two database connections, but I don't want. still want that? Thank you. Oh, that music is loud. That music is so loud. Oh my goodness. I thought I turned that down. There's like nothing I can do about this music. It's either you. Let me just do that. You can't hear the music now, right? No music? Good. That's stupid. I really like having music on my streams. Notepad++, please. And I don't want to have a peach. I don't like this. I have a really simple answer and I don't like it. I've used Notepad++. We'll just have two databases. Like, it's just a different schema. What, interesting that Mariah said do that? I'm just trying to avoid solving a problem. Or interesting that I've used Notepad++. I did in college for a job. I wrote like 4 lines in it. Both. I'm just trying to avoid solving a problem. So this one, we have an LLM right here. So we're gonna use that LLM on client.llm. Oh, I had an issue with that, didn't I? We'll say we don't have an issue with that. And then we'll set this up just the same as everything we've done before. And then this will just be a new schema that I make in my thing. Let's go ahead and do that. No, there's security issues, you know that? Yeah, it's because RLS is disabled. How do I enable RLS? Oh, look at this. They got a lot of stuff. GraphQL, that's what they talked about at the meetup last night. Why would I do that? so it'll quit bugging me. Oh, that's cool. That you can pull your ERD out of that. So I'm saying all I need to do is make a new schema. And then we'll... Oh, I shouldn't do that here. I should do that in my migration tool. Because yeah, there's no reason I can't. Goose up. Create schema. Vector store. Goose down would be drop schema vector store. Do they have any recommendations on tables? Let's go to that function. Oh, I didn't want the Redis one. Okay, like, do I just do this and let them handle it then? Because that terrifies me. Lulu! Did you come to say hi to chat? She goes under my green screen, pokes her head up. Did you come to say hi to chat? Come here, Lulu. Come say hi. Come here. Big girl, come on, out the way. Okay, now come over here. Come here. Come here. There's my big girl, Lulu. There's my big girl, Lulu. Huh. That's Lulu. Say that's Lulu. That's Lulu. She's a Bernedoodle, 4 years old. She does not like... she's saying, Mama, it's noon o'clock. That means lunchtime. So, okay, default collection name, default pre-delete connection. Okay, did you see that? Type option func, which passes a p-store. So it's going to create something with a collection name langchain, langchain PG embedding. Okay, well, we'll just run with that for now. Thank you, Raikin. She's adorable. And so we'll just keep that. And so now, Not Postgres connection. And setup. What we'll do here is we'll say C dot equals, get rid of that nil, return C, and we'll do C dot make vector store with an error. If error equals nil, error creating vector store. Look at that. Oh, and Copilot forgot to finish the sentence. What is the most creative way you used a bash shortcut in your workflow? Have you noticed, Pedro, what I've been doing? I have aliased all of my directories, so now I just cd where I want to for my code stuff. What do you mean? Oh. So alias cd is my cool thing right now. So now we have a c.makeVectorStore. I know we all need to use more bash. Thoughts? I have a... Dang it. I don't want to be important anymore. I just want to do this. So we make a vector store. We have it an embedder. PG with embedder. What do they do? I need to wrap this up. But I'm not going to wrap it up till I at least have the example implemented. Am I right? Store.add documents. So I need to add store to my thing so I can add documents. Okay. C.store. That's not a thing I know. I believe it should be no. PG vector store is not what I want. I want the interface in front of it. I know, babe. Lulu says, Mom, I need to go potty. Give me 1 second, babe, and then we'll wrap this up. We'll raid somebody and we'll do all the things. I know. This one. So it's a vector stores. Vector store. Who named that?
It's noon. It's time for lunch. Remember to wash your hands.
So, cool. This should work for now. And I think it's the correct step in the right direction finally. Sorry for that. I gotta run. Thank you so much for everything you've done today, chat. You have been fabulous. All of you lurkers. All of the people who've been supporting, talking to Pedro. Pedro loves it. I don't necessarily have a ton of time. But we're going to send you in a raid. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you next week.